So you got to see this. This is the History of the Art of War by Hans Delbruck. The Hans Delbruck from Young Frankenstein, I assume. Anyway, this is Volume 1, Warfare in Antiquity, and we're talking about the Peloponnesian War. In an annex to my above-named book, I treated the question of the importance of Cleon. Excuse me. Again and again, scholars appear who cannot understand that anyone who's carried off such a brilliant success as Cleon did at Sphacteria, is supposed to have been in every respect a negative personality. Nowhere outside the military field is the temptation greater to allow oneself to be carried away by success and to consider someone who has won a victory as a great strategist. Nowhere, however, is it more important to free oneself from a worship of success and to test impartiality, whether a reputation is deserved or whether it falls on one by chance. The case of Cleon lends itself quite especially to the development of one's power of judgment and to practice in criticism. Okay, so then he goes into an analogy. So that's setting up what we're talking about. We're talking about Cleon. He was a demagogue of the people. He came after Pericles. Pericles was a great ruler. Apparently, Cleon is not so well liked in the annals of history and even in contemporary drama. Aristophanes makes fun of him. Anyway, here's the fun part. If the matter were so simple, why would Thucydides not have told it in that manner? Why does he not simply attribute the accomplishment, that is, the general in charge of the Sphacteria mission against Sparta was Demosthenes, as Aristophanes did? Why does he confuse us by first calling Cleon's demands crazy and then immediately afterward recounting their brilliant execution? Before one criticizes Thucydides, one should seek to understand him. And I am glad that Meyer, another scholar that he's talking about, too decisively rejects all the errors of false modern scholarship which claim to judge Pericles' strategic plan or the events at Amphipolis more wisely than the master. But in Amphipolis is another battle, but that's not important. But the point about Cleon and Sphacteria must also be held firmly. Thucydides knew very well what he was doing when he in no way diminished the objective accomplishment of the demagogue, that is Cleon, and at the same time showed us the man himself as a worthless poltroon. Now, I've read a lot of history. I think that may be the very first time I've ever seen the word poltroon referred to an historical figure, but I love it. I think that that's the kind of writing that we need in history today. This was written in, 1920. But what a wonderful word. I think poltroon should be reintroduced emphatically into the English language. That's all I have to say on that.